Hey yo, what's good, RTR? I'm here with a very special guest. Can you please introduce yourself to us?
My name is Belac. I'm a music producer out of Perth. I make like soulful kind of trap beats. And yeah, I'm very, very, very happy to be interviewed today.
Yeah, hell yeah, it's good to have you, man. So, when did your interest in music first start?
So I've always been in a pretty musical household. My dad, he's always been playing like Dr. Dre and reggae around the house. So I kind of picked up those influences. And then I think I started making music when I was about 11 because I got mad into like dubstep and modern garage. And so I wanted to like be a DJ and make all these EDM tracks. And then I realized after a bit, I'm like, man, I kind of suck at this. So then I started moving back into what I used to listen to, as in hip hop and stuff. So eventually, yeah, it's brought me to what I make today.
Yeah. Were you like one of those kids who had like GarageBand and just like messed around with it?
I tried it on my iPad at the time I had for school, and I hated it. So then what I ended up doing was I ended up getting a totally legal copy of FL Studio. And then I started messing around on that. And then eventually I begged my parents. I was like, please buy me FL Studio for Christmas. And then they got it. So then, yeah, I just haven't stopped using it since.
Hell yeah. So you got quite the TikTok following. You're at about 10,000 followers. So what's that journey been like for you? So how long have you been doing that for?
Oh, I want to say I've been doing it since, I'd say like 6, 7, 8 months or something. It's really weird. It hasn't even clocked that like I have that many followers. And because I only really spend probably 10, 20 minutes on TikTok a day. Like I'll smash out like 3 videos and then, and then people will watch them. But yeah, it's mostly just been me cracking jokes and just being stupid. And then at the same time, weaving my music into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's quite funny because I get into a lot of arguments on there. And I don't know why, I just love arguing with people. I love arguing with people. I just think it's a good crack. So it's funny. Yeah, no, I like it. It's still very weird to me. I haven't really clocked that I've got that far yet.
Yeah. So like, yeah, that was my next question. So TikTok and drift phonk is a common topic on your account. It's like people debating whether or not your music is like real phonk music. So like, what is real phonk music to
man,
you?
this is a real deep rabbit hole. So phonk is a genre of hip hop that remixes old like Memphis rap songs from the 90s and kind of remixes them with like soul music and like trap elements. And it kind of, I want to say it started getting kind of popular like 2013, 2014. And yeah, it was pretty good for a while, and it was kind of synonymous with those like kind of soulful beats. And that's what I know as funk.
Yeah.
And then I want to say around 2019 is when like, I don't want to say people ruined it, but yeah, they ruined it. And they kind of got that cowbell style that you hear everywhere now.
Well, that's like your Freddie Dreads and stuff, right?
Yeah. I don't want to say Freddie Dread because he uses other kind of beats, but it's mostly like the house and drift funk kind of stuff that. Yeah. So, but yeah, around that time, that's when funk kind of like blew up, but not the funk that I know. So I'm being like really elitist and just like
gatekeeping.
I love gatekeeping. I don't think some people should be listening to it because it's just, I don't know, it's weird because it's this genre that I don't know, I really loved for a long time, and then to see it turn into like music just used in edits and like it's
like
just
car edits,
and it's like, bro, it is so
gym
much
edits.
Oh my god, if I see one more dude doing like a Ziz pose with like like that music in the back, I'm gonna cry because it's like, and they'll be like, yeah, I make funk. It's like, no you don't. It's like, no you don't. So I don't know, I started making videos about it. Like I think I made 1 or 2 videos about it and they went crazy. And so I was like, okay, because it started a lot of arguments.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's the way to get engagement.
Like they clocked in like your biggest one's like 1.7.
Yeah,
or something
1.7
like
mil. Because I literally like, I phrase it in such a way to annoy the most amount of people, so then it gets more engagement. And the way I think of it is like if even just 10% of the people agree with me and start listening to my music, it's a win. Because when I used to try to promote my music when I was like younger, like 14, 15, And I used to be like, guys, please listen to my song. Like, I worked really hard on it and no one cared. And
then you start arguments. And
yeah,
now.
I start arguments and now people care. So yeah, I don't know what kind of lesson that shows, but yeah, so arguing with people. But no, most of the time it's just I'm joking around, and a lot of people take it very seriously. But for me, it's just like I hop on, I say a couple of things, and I leave. So yeah, it's quite fun though. I do like it.
Yeah. So how did your kind of genre drift funk and TikTok and all of that kind of come together? Like all of that. What's the word I'm looking for? Like all of that, like build up, come together when you released your first album.
I think I released the album and only like a few people listened to it at a time, but I used one of the songs which had the most views. I think it was Smoking on a Joint. And then I just like spammed that over and over again, said like, this is real funk, not what you guys listen to. And so the people who listen to drift funk came in and they were just really mad, and yeah, it was quite funny. But yeah, so I think that's my most popular song right now. But yeah, like it kind of all came from that, people just getting mad. And
so the album came first and then you used TikTok and what you're talking about to promote it.
So I actually, like, the album had been done for like almost a year, and I just didn't put it out because I just couldn't be bothered because I had no audience at the time. So I think one of the tracks on there I made when I was 13 or 14. So and even some songs that I'm dropping now I made like years ago. Yeah. Because like, I don't know, I just didn't, I went through a period of just like not putting out music but making a lot. Yeah. So I have, man, if I went into my OneDrive right now, I probably have 50 something unreleased tracks. So yeah, so I had it sitting there for a year and I just put it up on streaming. And it got like no traction until I started posting about it on TikTok. And at first, before even this, I hated TikTok. I never wanted to use it. Like I thought it was like, it's such a dumb app. It is, but like, I don't know. I like it now.
It's a weird playing ground.
It's so strange because like I feel like it's the only kind of social media that you can build from the ground up really easily. Yeah. So I feel like YouTube is kind of dead. Instagram's definitely dead. Facebook's kind of dead.
Facebook's been dead for ages.
Oh, Facebook's so dead. Like, it's basically MySpace at this point. Yeah. If you're promoting stuff on Facebook, you're just trying to get, it's like your close friends are just going to, that's the only people who are going to see it. So, I don't know. I like TikTok because it's the first time I've been able to put my stuff out. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite useful. So, I like it a lot. Yeah.
It's almost like a cycle, but.
Yeah, it is. It's weird. So, like.
Because, like, 6 years ago, like, Instagram was kind of the same. Like, people were just posting pictures of them doing, like, whatever. And everyone was like, oh, cool. Yeah. And that now it's like, it's kind of rolled over into, like, TikTok.
Yeah, and I reckon you're right. I reckon in a couple of years it'll be something different, and then who knows? It'll be even some weirder app I'll have to get accustomed to. But like, even though I've been using TikTok for a long time, I actually don't really know how the app works still. Like basic functions, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to change settings on my account. It took me like, kid you not, like 6 months to work out how to put the Instagram button in my bio. It took me I'm so dumb with I'm really bad with technology. So like people are like, oh man, you spend your whole day on this, and it's like, right, I can barely post a video, to be honest. I finally worked out how to do the green screen thing. Yeah. And I'm like, man, I'm some crazy editor type thing. So I don't even know how the app works mostly. Like especially like live videos.
Oh, like live streams?
Yeah, a live stream. I still don't know how to set one of those up, but it's just, I don't know. The app still confuses me, but it's very funny.
The live streams on TikTok are just a cesspool, really. That's probably so something you don't want to break into.
It's so weird. Like, every time I get one, it'll be some dude doing a clicking thing, and then it'd be like, guys, don't donate.
Stop donating.
Stop donating. I'm going to get really mad. I'm not getting paid off this, but...
Yeah, that one kid with the fake tears.
Oh, my God, dude. It's just... I don't know. I see some weird ones, and I just scroll past.
There's some, like, really, like, weird niche stuff, too.
Oh, bro. There's so many... I got some video the other day, and it was like some chick thought she was a witch or something.
Oh, yeah, and then I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then I checked the tag, and it was like witch talk, and I'm like, and then I went through, and I'm like, these people think they're witches. I'm like, this is wild, and they're like, oh, this is how you hex someone. I'm like, bro, this is crazy.
Donate, and I'll curse someone for you.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, damn, I don't want to mess with these guys. I had a spat with I had like a small beef with these guys who are like military edit pages. So this guy, right? I have like these kind of obsessive people that will comment over and over again, and like if it gets annoying, I'll just do a video and I'll just go into their account. I'll be like, bro, just calm down. So this guy, like, he had I don't even remember the dude's username.
He was doing like the phonk edits for
military stuff. But the thing is, he was like doing it to like German soldiers in World War II.
Oh, and
I'm like, dude. So I just went like, I was
That's
like, what the hell?
Rabbit hole.
There's a
right
whole
there.
community of them, and they do these edits, and they're like, they've got to be like 13, 14, bro. It's like,
yeah,
I
like
don't
they
know.
definitely like watched one episode of South Park and like really liked Cartman or something.
Yeah, they're like, oh, dude, we're so edgy, and it's like, man, I it's weird. It's like, I get a lot of weird communities. I had one like Roblox dancer.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. It was very weird. So I've got some. I think I beefed with a furry once. I can't even remember. So there's very, very weird niche communities that hate me. But yeah, no, it's fun. I like it.
Yeah.
I've no ill will towards them. They're all pretty funny.
So around the time you dropped your first album is when you became a member of GMB. So how'd that come about, and what's it been like since then?
It's really weird. So Smokey for Lifers.
Yeah.
I went to school with him. I think he left in like year 11 or 12. I can't even remember, but we kind of knew each other, but not really. And then, because we had each other on Instagram, I was posting beats or whatever, and he raps, and then he like hit me up and was like, hey man, like, do you make beats and that? I was like, yeah. So I was sending him beats and stuff. And then he's like, oh, there's this like promotion group chat for like people that make music. He's like, you want to be added? I was like, let's go ahead. I don't know. So then he got added to it, and it wasn't GMB at first.
Yeah.
And then I think sometime along the way, Dispatch and 20 made it GMB, and now it's a full crew. It's pretty weird. It's like, it's pretty cool. So I did an interview probably last year-ish.
Yeah. It was
GMB.
like January-ish? December-ish?
Oh, maybe even earlier. Like, I think it was November, something like that.
Yeah.
I did an interview here with them, which was pretty cool. And yeah, so I really like those guys. So I've done a couple of tracks with a few of them, and yeah, it's pretty fun. It's just like, it's good to have people in the Perth music scene who kind of see the same way, and like,
just like people to bounce off.
Exactly. Because like most of the people other than them that I know that make music in Perth are just like Spacey Jane copycats, and it's like, I don't know, man, there's other kind of music that you can make. You don't have to just do that. So no, it's good to know people that like that kind of style of music as well. It's nice.
It's a growing community too.
It is, yeah. Like, I swear there's new people added all the time. So yeah, it's a pretty funny chat. So yeah, there are some shenanigans that go on, but yeah, I won't mention those.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny though.
Well, yeah, so you're pretty niche, like you like pretty niche music.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's like very niche, kind of very interesting. So like, what inspires you?
Do you know Jay Dilla?
I think so. Yeah.
Jay Dilla, like, for people who don't know, he's like a very soulful hip hop producer. He's dead now, unfortunately, but yeah, rest in peace. But yeah, he's my favorite producer of all time, and so he's like sampling, his bass lines, his drums were just like perfect, and so I buy his style so much, and he's probably my biggest inspiration. So Jay Dilla, maybe Lonnie Liston Smith. Who doesn't even make hip hop. He just makes he makes jazz and like neo soul and stuff like that. So
it's like the kind of stuff you sample.
Yeah, kind of stuff I sample, and then when I don't sample, I still kind of bite his style by like making all my chords sound like him. So yeah, probably Jay Dilla. What do you call it? Jay Dilla, Lonnie Liston Smith, and then maybe Lil B, just because his music's wild. I love him.
So like, what are your processes for creating music?
I'd say half the time I sample, half the time I don't. If I'm sampling, I want to say like I go to like a record store and like I pick stuff out. I don't. I just go onto YouTube, and while I'm playing video games or whatever, I'll just put on like a mix of like soul music or jazz music or whatever I'm feeling like sampling. And I'll just listen through, and then if I find something I like, I'll sample it. But if I'm making the beat from scratch, I have like a MIDI keyboard.
Yeah.
I can't play piano like at all. I don't know what the hell anything does. So what I do is I just pull up like a piano sound, like a VST, and I'll just play the chords for a couple of minutes until something sounds good. And then when something sounds good, I like dump the score that I just played, and then I'll like rearrange the chords to make it sound good, because obviously it's not on time because I have no rhythm in my body. So then from there I'll just kind of layer more instruments, and then for the vocals, laying them on, I sample them from old records, and sometimes I'll sample them from more mainstream stuff, but I don't want to cite my sources because I don't want to get it taken down. But yeah, no, it's pretty cool because I just I can't rap like at all, and I can't sing, so I just sample these old records and kind of give them new life over like soul instrumentals. And so yeah, I kind of try to create a contrast between like a mix between soul music and like gangster rap.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it works, hopefully. So yeah, it's a little bit niche, but yeah, for the most part, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Somewhere you should look into is Vinyl Cafe. Like if you ever want to sample like vinyl records.
Yeah. Like
Vinyl Cafe. It's got it's like, yeah, it's just the name. It's a cafe with a ton of vinyl records.
Might
like,
have to go there.
Do you know who Max Martin is?
No, I don't.
So he's someone you should look into. Him and Saudi.
Nah, not off the top of my head, no.
So they're both local artists. Him and Saudi did an album together like a year and a half ago now, and he sampled most of it from like real vinyl from this cafe.
Oh damn. That's actually pretty sick. I need I have a record player at home. I just don't know how to like link it up with my FL.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a process, but
it's a little bit, but I think it's so worth it because like so much stuff isn't on the internet. So like most of the stuff I find is already on YouTube, and people might have already found it. But like, if you want to find the rarest of the rare, you got to go offline and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of sick. Who knows? I might sample a couple of vinyls on my new album.
Hell yeah. But yeah, so since your first project, you come out with two more. So Fake the Phonk, so a very similar vibe and aesthetic to the first.
Yeah.
But your third and your most recent Cyberfuels is like almost like a complete kind of switch up.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, like, can you describe like the project, the process, like genre, pace, like all of that, like why you kind of changed that style a little bit?
I don't want to say like I was getting bored of funk. I just wanted to show that wasn't the only thing I could do. Yeah. So the tracks, every single track on there is probably a year or so old, and they're more, I want to say, what's kind of all over the place. So one is like a kind of soft drum and bass track. One's like a plug and beat R&B song, and the other one's like a garage house song. But they're all kind of linked by using like soulful vocal samples and like very kind of pretty chords and stuff. So I just wanted to like show people that I don't just make like trap music. I can make other stuff if I want to. But yeah, it was a good to have a change of pace, because sometimes if you're making the same stuff over and over again, man, it gets boring. So yeah, it's good, and I'm still trying to make songs like that. Like I was pretty proud of In Your Head, the drum and bass one, because I'd never made drum and bass before, like, in my life. I had no idea how it worked, and so yeah, I think I did that in like a day, and I was like, wow, that was pretty alright. Yeah, I'm not bad at this. And then yeah, what is the other track? God, I'm forgetting them. But yeah, the house one I was pretty happy with as well. So I don't know, I just try to switch it up, and I dropped like a random hardstyle single, because I was listening to it for a month. I'm like, this is kind of hard. But yeah, no, it's nice to switch up stuff, because like people might get bored, and you got to change and stuff. Could
you kind of attribute any of that to GMB?
Probably, yeah, especially the plug and B.
Yeah, like that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, 100%. So I don't know, seeing like people like Dispatch and stuff make plug and B beats, because I used to make them, I just wasn't super into them. But then I started, hearing the beats that they were making, and also Like I was listening to people like Summers and Autumn, and I was like, man, these beats are kind of hard. And then I was just gonna make the beat for the Plug and B song. I was originally just gonna send it to someone, and just have it as a standalone instrumental. And accidentally dragged the vocal on, the R&B vocal. I'm like, wait a minute, this works. So yeah, no, it was cool because they kind of inspired me to switch on my style a little bit, which is pretty cool.
So moving into that, do you produce beats for other artists, or do you tend to focus on your own work more?
I would say I focus on my own work more, but if I have a beat that I'm not gonna do anything with, like, I don't want it just sitting around. So like, I produced a song off Loz's.
Yeah, like that was the first one that came to mind. Is Obi-Wan on Loz's EP.
Oh my god, I had that beat. I thought it went crazy, but I knew I couldn't. Like, it wouldn't work with my style. Yeah, it was some like very futuristic type beat, and then so I remember I like sent it to him because I sent a video of it to the group chat, and he's like, send it to me. I sent it to him. I think the day after, or maybe the day of. I just finished watching Star Wars with my girlfriend, right? Like, and this is exactly how it happened. I get a video from him on my Instagram DMs, and he's like, "Oh, bro, I hope you've watched Star Wars before because I've just cooked up this tune and it's got an Obi-Wan reference in it." And he played it for me, and I was freaking out. I'm like, "That's some weird like the universe is aligned or whatever." So like, right after watching Star Wars, he makes a Star Wars themed trap song, and I'm like, this is so hard. And also produced for Smokey for Lifers, so that was like when we first kind of got in contact, and I was sending beats to him and stuff. And I think I have a couple songs with a couple other people, but I haven't really followed up too much on it because most of my focus is I'm trying to finish off my tape, and I'm a little bit lazy, and so I kind of go on, and then I forget to finish it. But so it is good working with other artists because it gives you new ideas, and like I'm not extremely creative, so it's good to bounce off other people that are.
So like, it's like moving forward. So what are your plans? Like music, school, work, like
music. Kind of sounds weird, but I'm pretty content with what I'm doing right now. I have like. I don't know how many monthly listeners.
I think I checked earlier today. It was like 33,000.
33,000. I'm pretty content with that. It sounds weird, but like I don't know.
That's something to be proud of.
Yeah,
like,
I never thought I'd get more than. I remember when I first hit 100, I was like, "Yo, that is crazy," and 33,000 now. I like it. I'm comfortable at this level. Obviously, it'd be cool if I got more popular, but I don't know. I want to keep it as a hobby. I don't want to like, I don't know if I'm good enough to make it my full career. So I just want to, I don't know, focus on uni and work and stuff like that. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's good. I never thought I'd get this far, which is quite cool. And now I'm being interviewed on it. So it's very weird because it's like this thing that I just like, do in my free time. And, it's good to like, get streaming money on that for doing like nothing. Like that's so cool to me. So cool to me. Like it just appears in my bank account. I'm like, I did nothing. That's great. But yeah, like the ideal situation would be if it blows up to the point where it can become a full-time job. But even then, I still think I'd still be at uni and stuff. So yeah. But it depends. Yeah. But yeah, uni. I want to try to get my PhD, and then I don't know. Maybe music will still be going, maybe it won't be, and then just keep working part-time, and but I'm pretty content where I am right now. If I blow up, that's cool, but if I don't, it's whatever.
No, that's good, but that's a lot of people don't have that.
I don't really like want to like change the world with my music. As long as there's like a few people listening to it and enjoying it, it's whatever.
So do you have like any final advice for any aspiring producers or artists?
Just do your own thing. Don't be influenced by what other people tell you to do. And like try to have your own style, because then people are going to listen to you. Try to be unique. I know that's the most generic advice you could ever give, but like
it's good advice, but
there's so many people who like will say that and then they'll just make the most generic music. But no, that's the best advice I could give. Literally just like find your own sound and then just get good at it. And also, oh no, maybe the most important advice, just have fun. Because that sounds weird, but
that's definitely the most important one.
People forget to have fun when they're making music, and don't try to force it. So I always do. I can never force myself to make beats. It's got to be like a thing I do because I find it fun. So that's always the main thing for me. Keep it fun, do your own thing, and people will listen if it's good. And even if people don't listen, who cares? Like, if you're having fun doing it, it's whatever. Ironically, I'm having the same amount of fun making music that I did when I didn't even have my music on streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, it's just like maybe a little extra thing, but yeah, have fun making music and just make music. And you don't need to, don't be scared of making music. You don't need to know music theory. Just go for it. Legit. But yeah, that's my final advice.
Hell yeah. Well, sweet. Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.